Here we are. Hi, everybody. This is just a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning here in Canada, where I am, obviously. And I'm just putting together the essence of this month of August with everyone on these Master Mondays. And so I just wanted to bring in the vibration of absolute peace and absolute light, absolute love that comes in when we go into the quietness. Today is the third week of August, and last week we were discovering the knowing that there was an energy of consciousness coming through. So if you tap into that, the YouTube from not last Monday, but the Monday before, you'll be able to get a teaching on that as you follow my YouTube network and share it with many people. And so since last time we got together on that Monday, I talked about how to the technique for connecting and knowing that you're connected and following that technique as often as you can. And that this week here, that we want to be able to feel and accept that we are connected to our soul light consciousness. And so it's a very, very accelerating time right now, as you've probably heard from many other mediums and channels, astrologers. And we all have been receiving this very vibrant energy for the entire year, actually, and that everything is on the upward spiral, and that there's many beings from many dimensions arriving to assist us in elevating our consciousness. And so we're moving in this rapid order every week and now every day. Since we moved into this 8th month, it's really shifted. I know myself, it really shifted while I was in France for the summer solstice and into the 7th month. It was a quiet month of integrating, but really sensing, almost like getting your feet wet with the ethers and the energies around me or around you in the 7th month. And now here we are in this infinite 8th month, and we're into the 3rd week, starting of a very high vibrational frequency again. And so I wanted to just mention that as we're feeling the essence around us, we're also accepting as we're becoming more familiar with the sound, that ringing sound. It's becoming more familiar, and we're feeling more calm in the hearts, and we're being more amplified in the aura fields. And so I just want to bring in a word of knowledge and thank you who are on stream with me this morning. And those of you that will follow later on, that's good too. And just make sure you share this YouTube. I'm trying to reach more people to the masters that are speaking a lot of dialogue. It seems like they're bringing me more dialogue and more information lately. And I want to be able to share it to a lot more people. And so if you go into my Instagram and TikTok and then share those and share this YouTube, I'm sure I'll be able to get these messages that are going to be coming down the pipe even stronger and sharing with you. But for now, thank you for all of you who are here. and I'm going to just sit back and ask the masters who work so beautifully inside of me and have come to become a part of me. How do you feel this essence inside of you that you know you're connected more and more this month, but also that you are now accepting? It's it's easy to hear and take note of something, even if it's a conversation with someone, but it's about accepting the word and the frequency that you hear. And then once you accept that, say, yeah, that rings with me, how appropriately, and feels acceptable to me. And so then now we have to integrate it. Just allow that energy or that frequency to become integrated. And it just happens all in one loop. Everything is in loops of energies of consciousness. But it's going to be easier for me if I just allow the masters to speak to you, because I know that the light language that they work with always brings in the higher consciousness for you. Alrighty, here we go. I'm just closing my eyes and feeling the presence in the stillness as I breathe it in. Hearing and feeling that stillness that I'm breathing in. Relaxing the shoulders, becoming aware of any tight muscles or pent up energies anywhere in the body, and letting go of all thought forms. And just be floating on that raft with the water lapping against the raft. No thinking, nothing to do. Just allowing the water of the river to float you with its energy waves. And while you are sitting or laying back on the chair, you are just letting go and allowing as you are breathing in and feeling all that you are hearing is becoming oneness within every part of your breathing, within your heart, every part of what you're feeling and sensing in your mind. Is flowing as you are allowing and building it. And in this stillness, we are clearing more of the aura fields and more of the thought forms. But there is a collaboration of energetic thoughts, of interrupting frequencies that is placing imbalanced energies into many hearts, into many minds of their thought forms, of their energy bodies. And the sowing in of the higher light frequencies arriving from the universal realms onto this planetary consciousness has increased in vibrations of sounds and tones. The light waves that you cannot see Just as you cannot see the movement of the energy that creates the waves on the water that you float upon in a simple raft in the quietness. It is a universal consciousness of light intelligences that is bathing our planetary consciousness. To assist in releasing that what is of uncertain minds, confusion, unstable, imbalanced frequencies of consciousness surrounding the bodies, surrounding the hearts and minds. And it is much bigger than you know. Of these energies of consciousness that we cannot see but are feeling. As we begin allowing these energies to come closer, we are able to adapt to the telepathic frequencies of their light intelligence that is waiting for our connection. You will be inspired, you will be infused, you will begin to align and to integrate into your own soul light consciousness waveforms when you sit back and listen and adapt to all that you are accepting of these waveforms of light intelligences that are tweaking, adjusting, healing, and cleansing those hidden barriers, those ancient ancestors of unknowing blocks of consciousness. All is unraveling. All is exposing in this unraveling. And all who traverse into the realms are being adjusted. Into the higher vibrations of their own light frequencies. What do you know? There are new vibrations of peacefulness that you can listen to in the quietness of your mind, or when you're sitting in the elements or with the kingdoms. And simply feel that what is beside you as the elements of peace that wish to adorn you. And the consciousness will be clearing you. I'm just going to allow this energetic frequency that's transmitting around all of you and myself and the stillness where we are to increase the adaptability of our higher conscious fields to be embraced to our inner mind's eyes, and inner hearts. So I'm just going to bring in the stillness. And all you're doing is just receiving your own connection into your higher soulite consciousness or I am presence. And then we cannot see. And just allowing it to seep into your inner mind, inner heart, inner being. And the higher dimensions that are coming in. Is going to start adjusting you. Adjusting your aura fields. To be purified of any heaviness, of anything that's been blocking you. Here we go. Their quantum grid systems of hierarchies that have been bathing many of the other elevated ones who know of these light vibrations and are networking in their own grid systems of timelines that is increasing the imbalance to be balanced in the networks of grid systems where they are living on this planet. There are more than one could realize of these consciousness grid systems that are being awakened and tapped into by many in their sleep state and journey state. That is assisting the overall accelerated frequency on this planet out of imbalance, out of confusion, and into grounding and anchoring the light of a hierarchy of their own soul seed systems into their hearts, into their minds, into their bodies. When it is anchored within your body, within your heart and mind, then your soul-like connection to a higher consciousness telepathically accelerates you. Your own acceleration into telepathic hearts and minds, into superconsciousness, flows when you are in that accepting, adapting frequency that begets the integrating in one flow of one aspect of your crystal consciousness that is building more rapidly in many grid systems and many of the elements such as the oceans, the rock formations, the plant kingdoms, the deserts, temples. They are all adapting and networking and through crystal consciousness, grid systems that we cannot see, we do not know. We are simply aligning, allowing, accepting, and now adapting to integrating these superconscious networks of crystal conscious grid systems. The infinite realms, the unknown, unseen realms of multi-dimensions of consciousness is fueling the electromagnetic pulse around this planetary consciousness. And to those who will listen and breathe it in and allow and accept, adapt and integrate to the unknown, unseen, beautiful superconscious grid systems crystallizing you is something you would do on your own quiet time, in the quiet moments. We are gathering many of the light workers, many of the teachers, healers, to flow into this crystallizing frequency and to come to know you are not alone. There is assistance arriving, and there are many who are knowing they are being adjusted and tweaked and prepared for their soul divine purpose and this light transmission of light intelligence to flow through them. There are many interrupters. There are many unsettled energies of hidden selves and shadow selves, of reliving timelines of karma and trauma that do create thought forms of fear, interruptive barriers, unsettled, unemotional anxiousness, timelines that are reliving and appearing in our consciousness grid systems. And it is very rapidly growing on the planet to be healed by those who are rapidly accelerating on the planet, to move into the vibration of oneness to their higher soul, of their superconsciousness. And so as the energies that flow through these words, these frequencies in my voice, adjust you, you are adapting and accepting. And the body is adjusting. And the blocks and the barriers are unraveling from reliving timelines that have been surfacing. And the ancestors of your timelines, of your bloodline, are stepping aside and no longer hovering and overshadowing you. They are stepping aside to monitor you with grace and to uplift you with the essence of higher presence. And so it is with great gratitude and the highest vibration of light the holiest golden essence that all of your ancestors, both mother and father relations, and all nations, become empowered in this higher consciousness grid system that is elevating and accelerating the crystal consciousness into oneness within you. When you start accepting and adapting to all that you are hearing and unknowing of, then the quiet shift begins, adjusting you, clearing your thought forms, building new waveforms of adjustments to new journeys, new aspirations. And you're letting go of those programs of defeat and deceit, unknowing unworthiness, judgments, injustice. All of those waveforms, you're just setting aside. Just as we have these ancestors that are hovering too close and protecting us and staying too close, we can't get the higher vibrations of information in. It's like they're holding an umbrella over your head and you're shielding, but we need to have the shields of those beautiful monitors of the ancestors and shadow selves and hidden selves from karmic trauma timelines. We need to have them come closer and move to the side and move behind and hold their light and hold their essence of protection on the side and behind as we honor them gracefully of who they are, what they are, knowing that their karmic trauma timelines are being healed by the light that we are bringing home. There's no more umbrella there. We're bringing it home. And where's the home? Home is where the heart is. And this essence of your highest intelligent consciousness grid systems and the holiest realms to the infinite realities, to your inner being state, must be integrated through feeling. Then comes the knowing once you have the feeling and accepting of that feeling. When you hear this tone, you are opening up to accepting the higher consciousness as being a part of you. And the essence begins building inside you. And the warmth of knowing begins expanding in your mind. And so that your mind amplifies that warmth of knowing into becoming a superconscious knowing mind. It happens rapidly as the rapid energies of accelerating frequencies keeps folding and unfolding and revealing and unleashing any of the blocks, any of the barriers of our old thinking patterns, worries and fears. Now the soul child inside of us is standing with eyes up and wide open. And the heart is expanding and retrieving the higher attributes the higher virtues and abilities that couldn't get through that umbrella that was over top of us. It's like these masters, these higher beings, these higher electromagnetic frequencies, it's kind of like taking that umbrella off so that you're exposing your seventh chakra of the crown, eighth, ninth, 10th, and the 5 solar chakras above you are exposed now and radiantly building new grid systems and quantum matrix fields above your head to network to that inner mind. Even though it's a 3D linear mind, it's still waiting and still needs to be nurtured and evolved. I'm just getting a message right now. We are here and now ready to explain on a higher vibrational tone and frequency that surrounds these soul beings who are with us now. As you let go of your thought forms in completeness of nothingness, no thinking, no thoughts, no being in a state of an emotional body state, of a lower unconscious state. You are simply clearing the field of your consciousness grid. And then you are open to say, I receive all that you have from me, infinite masters, hierarchies of light, divine ancestors of knowledge and abilities. You may fill my grid systems around my body of quantum grid systems inside my body as new crystallizing grid systems. I am open to receive these hierarchies of light intelligent crystals in this now moment. I trust and know all barriers, all blocks, all interrupters, manipulators, saboteurs, tricksters, and all others of that nature are lifted aside to be released and healed also, elevated into the light also, and supported of their journeys also with the light realities, so that we are building oneness of peace, love, and light in all strands of consciousness, in all thought forms. And those that are not ready are set to the side to permeate the frequencies that is building around them, while this one is integrating and feeling and becoming. We just breathe in these highest vibrations that are now ringing on Your aura fields are building a new grid system of love, light, and intelligence of crystallizing. And just know that invisible umbrella that was around you, that was monitoring yet blocking, is lifted as new grid systems of quantum matrix intelligences wrap around you to fuel you, protect you, adorn you, heal you, embrace all other timelines, known and unknown, seen and unseen, that had the fear-based consciousness, hidden selves and shadow selves of worry and uncertainty, become oneness of the new light grid system. And it's pouring onto the consciousness of this planet, awaiting your superconscious minds and hearts to accept and integrate. Zero worry, zero confusion, zero manipulation, zero confusion and conflict resides in this new grid system of electromagnetic pulse that is bathing this planet. Yes, there are the interruptive frequencies of consciousness, of heaviness, of lowliness and lowering, battling heavy energies. That we are breathing in the light, interactive, crystallite waveforms that is empowering the hearts and minds to listen and feel our own soul light consciousness that is empowering us and building us into a new grid system of the superconsciousness. And these are the waveforms, and these are the frequencies that you want to listen to, attune to, rebuild, restructure, and vibrate to within your inner mind, inner heart. And auras will become the quantum crystal matrix grid systems. And your chakras will be spinning of their light crystal frequencies and colors and patterns that builds the sacred geometric equations around you that you are unknowing of. It is all done through the superconscious vibrations of your light mind, of your soul light journey. And so they wanted me to just bring you that vision today and bring in that understanding that we cannot see the consciousness, just like we cannot see the energy around us or the energy waves in our brainwave patterns or our heart rates. We can't see those energies, but we know that there's an energy of consciousness that has an intelligence within us, and that it is always listening, always transmitting. As you think it, so it is. So are you thinking of adapting and breathing in a superconscious light mind and transmitting the networks of a crystallizing grid system of quantum matrix fields of intelligences into a new aura field that adjusts, heals, and dissipates old energetic blocks, old energetic programs, old energetic timelines to be shifted and lifted into the light? That is the wave that you cannot see that you want to start adjusting and becoming. The vibration of light, the vibration of love, and absolute healing for your inner child. This is the end of the lesson, child. This is the end of the instructions of listening, adapting, and integrating. We leave you now with this knowing state that the peacefulness that surrounds you, the peacefulness in the vibrations and tones in the voice that is delivering the message from the masters, has unraveled and unveiled a few new strands of consciousness that were hidden and tucked away within you of crystallized magnetic frequencies. And those hidden crystallized magnetic frequencies inside your grid systems of your chakra system, axonal blood systems, nervous systems, are now being adjusted as your brainwave patterns, heart rate patterns, all begin intertwining and calibrating. What is that frequency that I'm hearing? What is that doorway that I can now go into of a higher consciousness? Why is it so easy now to slip into the super conscious frequency and say, show me a sign you're here with me now? The super conscious, intelligent being of who I am. Pour more of the soul light intelligence into me and bathe and heal me, crystallize and accelerate me. Or I am ready to adapt to all this knowing frequencies that I have become. Yeah. Just try that on it for a few days and come back into this YouTube as often as you wish and tap into the next gathering that I'm having. The end of the month will be Ask the Masters, and that's a 2-hour webinar, 1 to 3 in the afternoon. I believe it's on August 24th. We'll get into just doing more of the activations on that day. I don't know. I just want to hold on just for a second. So 27. So 27. So we'll get together on August 27. Correct. Yeah, we're going to get together on August 27th. You can go to my website, norawalksinspirit.com, and just find out, Ask the Masters on August 27th. It's a free webinar, just like this, free teaching. All right. Thank you so much for being with me. Share the link. Have a great day and keep connecting, adapting, and integrating until we get together again next Monday. All righty. Bye-bye.